The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Air Force Falcons, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UNLV's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main. Right, speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks. Sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it out to the 40-yard line, giving 5 on that one.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nielsen. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
That's caught. It's Burns. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle. It's Lanning. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. The Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. All right, guys, let's chat about it. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead. Has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, that looking ahead, always point to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
And the Falcons line it up with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Alvarez. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
He wants to throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So,
touchdown Falcons! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback will keep it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Trying to pound their way in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Are forced to settle for 3. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. It'll be a draw. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To the air. It's Alvarez. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Finds the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll move the tight end. They just keep firing. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Air Force. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. USC went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Trojans in a statement win if there ever was one. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Looking downfield, it's Alvarez. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback making adjustments. Toss sweep to the right. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, then those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lanning. Touchdown, Falcons! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Nielsen. Stands in and takes the hit. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's reeled in. It's Diggs. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Diggs. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right on the money. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Nielsen. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he drops to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Everything's been working so far. They're going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it on the right.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Back to pass, it's Alvarez. Got it in the middle, it's Lanning. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Fires to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Air Force! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Nielsen. Oh, they're after him. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll take it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Wants to throw. It's Alvarez. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Falcons will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He was hoping. More running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Rebels offense is back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Off play action. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Give to the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's Nielsen. Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody real.
He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Air Force has it back and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got a little space. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So 1st down will open up the final period. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, there were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Burns. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw. It's Nielsen. Finds his tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
You don't even see quarterbacks under center very often, but when you do, and it's short yardage, you kind of know what's coming, but it didn't matter. Quarterback does a great job. Find some space, keep those feet moving, just fall forward and get that yardage, and he gets the big 1st down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the completion to the sideline. A solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Nielsen. Makes the catch. On the move at the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
On target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Defense in press coverage. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Got his man downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Falcons have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Falcons! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the Sun Belt is right now, and man, what a difference.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Nielsen. It's complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Diggs. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.